Final segment of the show for today. The topic is the 1890 land grant institutions and the impact upon historical black institutions of the United States. And of course, Mr. WNesby is talking about some of his experiences as well as the institutions and some of the things that are currently involved in these institutions. Let's pick up where we left off, Brother Nesby.
Well, thank you, sir. As we were talking, the liaison officers on these campuses deal with 5 major areas. They are student recruitment and retention, capacity building. I'm actually reading these because I do not want to forget them. Building capacity, or capacity building, centers of excellence, federal excess property programs, and the USDA National Scholars Program. Briefly, I'll tell you about each one of them. Of course, recruiting. The liaison, the program liaison, works with the university to develop recruitment programs that will increase enrollment or encourage students to attend Tennessee State and choose a field in agriculture so that they can eventually, hopefully, go to work with the USDA. The other thing, capacity building. Now, there are 2 forms of capacity building. Capacity building in teaching and research. In other words, the research scientists there at Tennessee State will develop proposals for research, and these proposals will go into the USDA, the Washington office, and they're reviewed. Hopefully they'll be funded. Same thing for teaching. So this program is to build the capacity.
The ability of an institution to function
exactly,
well.
At Tennessee State. Then, of course, there's the centers of excellence. Each university has a center of excellence. At Tennessee State University, our center was developed with the assistance from the Ag Research Service. They call it ARS. It's down at McMinnville, Tennessee. It's the Nursery Crop Experiment Station. That's what has come out of this program. That was funded with USDA funds. And right now, that particular station is considered to be the authority when it comes to various research involving nursery crops. Then, of course, the Federal Excess Property Program. That means exactly what it says. The U.S. government, including the USDA, has property that maybe it could be vehicles, older vehicles, and in some cases property can be brand new, but it's excess property, and it's a long drawn out story as to how that works. The president of the university usually assigns a property manager to deal with excess property that comes from the U.S. government. But I would serve as a conduit. I will, if somebody is interested in property, then I will put them in touch with the right people, and we go from there for this excess property.
And so those institutions really have access to that property simply by being a part of the system itself, and that could mean anything. There might be a lot of trucks or whatever that might be needed, and et cetera.
Dr. Heaney, it's my understanding that, now, they didn't tell me exactly which university, but my understanding is one of the 1890 universities received an airplane through the excess property program. So it could be just about anything. Now, the 5th area of expertise, the program, was the USDA National Scholars Program. This is a tremendous benefit to the black community, the minority community, 1890 community. This program was established through an agreement between those 1890 presidents and the USDA. The USDA wanted to develop managers. In other words, they wanted to come into the 1890 universities, select graduates, bring them into their agencies, and groom them in order to become top-level managers or heads of agencies. So in 1993, they implemented this National Scholars Program. What they try to do, they try to provide 2 scholarships per year to each of the 1890 universities. Doesn't always work that way, because as a matter of fact, Tennessee State got 5 USDA scholars one year. But the gist of this program, the USDA pays all of the expenses, including books. The university provides room and board. And these students, they sign an agreement saying that for every year that they're on this scholarship, they will give the government 1 year of employment after graduation. But the summers count. These students work in the summers, and so usually by the time they graduate, they may owe the U.S. government about 3 years of employment. But the U.S. government is kind of smart. The way they look at it is once they get these students to come and work with them, after about 3 years, they'll have them at a salary that they'll stay.
I can understand that.
We at Tennessee State, we have had 38 students to be awarded the scholarship. we have an 84.6% graduation rate for these students. Yeah, they all, the majority of them graduate, go to work with the USD, and they're doing fine. As a matter of fact, we have 3 those scholars working with the USDA right here.